Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's session, which is scheduled on accounting for investments. And today we are going to discuss a couple of problems and solutions from the past examination of University of Mumbai. Before you attend this session or a video lecture, my advice to you is please listen to the earlier video on the subject wherein I have discussed various aspects, mainly theoretical aspects of this topic, the concepts like X interest, cum interest, quotations, and the relevant issues, and also the accounting entries for investments. So only after you have followed those basics, you can start with this particular session. After listening to that old video, earlier video, I also advise you to go through few notes which I have circulated. The notes have mainly summarized what is there in earlier presentation, earlier video lecture. It also gives you few basic calculations about X interest and cum interest type of transactions. And I have also shared a link on Google Forms wherein you can take a self-assessment test. I hope you have taken all these steps, you have gone through this entire procedure, and only after this you are attending this video session. So let's begin. In today's session, I have selected a problem from Mumbai University, March 2018. You are given the details of investments held by Mr. Shivam, which are 12% debentures, face value is 100, and the name of the entity is BH Limited. You are also given that the interest is payable on half-yearly basis, that is on 30th September and 31st March every year. You are closing the books on 31st March, and we are going to prepare the investment account by following the provisions of AS 13 for the year ended on 31st March 2018. Now you are given the data for 17-18 financial year. There is an opening balance, there are purchase and sale transactions, and step by step we are going to record these transactions in the books of Shivam. Let us begin. On 1/4/17, it says that you have a stock of 2000 debentures and the cost of these debentures was 2 lakhs rupees. 2000 debentures face value at 100 rupees per debenture will be 2 lakhs rupees, and the holding cost, the cost of acquisition, is 2 lakhs 2000. So when you open the investment in 12% debentures account of BH Limited in books of Shivam, we will have to take this as the opening balance. Now, when you do this ledger for investment, as I already told you, we need a couple of additional columns: particulars, face value, interest, and investment, both on the debit as well as credit side. So now on 1/4/17, we have 2000 debentures, face value is 2 lakhs, and the investment cost is given as 2 lakhs 2000. So this will appear as a opening balance over here. So my first entry in investment account is to balance brought down, face value 2 lakhs, and the investment cost is 2 lakhs 2000. I hope I have already circulate. You are already having the copy of my problems and solutions in hand, so you can refer to the question time and again to refer to these transactions. I hope you already have that PDF copy with you, wherein I have circulated 2 questions, and this is first among them, along with the solution. So please refer, please keep that copy handy while you are listening to this particular video. So 1/4/17, 2 balance brought down, face value 2 lakhs, interest column 0, and the balance of investment at cost is 2 lakhs 2000. Let us go to the next transaction. Now on 30th June, there is a purchase. 1000 debentures are purchased. The pricing is 103 rupees cum interest. Now it is very important to note here that 1000 debentures are purchased cum interest. That means the price of 103 per debenture is inclusive of interest. When it is a cum interest quotation, it is inclusive of interest. So what should we do? We'll have to find out what is the total payment made for this purchase. From this total payment, we have to remove the component of interest, and then we will get the cost of investment. The next question you will have is how much interest should we remove from this price of 103 rupees cum interest per debenture. Now, if you see the data, the interest payment is rather made on 30th September and 31st March every year. We are on 30th June 2017. So prior to this, up to 31st March 2017, the payment of interest has already been made. So that means as of now, the interest for April, May, and June, which is a period of 3 months, is required to be accounted for. So when you purchase these cum interest debentures, 103 rupees will include interest on the face value of these 1000 debentures at 12% per annum for a period of 3 months. So keeping in mind these facts, let us go to the working note and see how we are going to make the calculations. Now we have purchased 1000 debentures at 103 rupees cum interest. So total amount is 1,03,000. 1000 debentures at 103 rupees per debenture. From this, we are supposed to reduce the interest. As I told you, how much interest? Face value is 1 lakh. Rate of interest is 12% per annum, and the period is 3 months, April to June 2017. So the amount of interest will be 3,000. If you reduce this interest, what you will get is a cost of investment or cost of debentures, which is 1 lakh rupees. So that means you have paid 103,000. Since it was cum interest, you have paid 3,000 of interest in this. So once you remove that, you will get the cost of these investments. Now, whenever you purchase the investments, you are going to pass the entry investment account debit to bank. If interest is included in this, then we will pass the entry investment account debit, interest account debit to bank account. So let us see how do we record this entry on 30th June. We are going to pass the entry investment account debit 1 lakh, interest account debit 3,000 to bank account 103,000. So if you see your investment account is debited for 1 lakh rupees, interest is debited for 3,000, and bank account is credited for 103,000. Face value of investment is only additional information. It is not a direct part of your accounting for either interest or investment. This is only a memorandum figure for reference. So in face value, we have shown 1 lakh rupees, which is 1000 debentures at 100 rupees per debenture. So first purchase is recorded on 30th June 2017, the entry being investment account debit, interest account debit to bank account 103,000. Let us begin with the next transaction then. After 30th June, the next transaction is on 1st September 2017. Now we have purchased 1000 debentures, but this time it is 98 rupees ex interest price. What is ex interest? It does not include the interest. Now when you are purchasing these debentures ex interest, the seller will also demand from you some amount of interest. Now again the same question, which interest he will demand? He will demand the interest from last date of payment of interest till the date of transaction. The last payment date for interest was 31st March 17. So from 1st April 2017 to 31st August 2017, for this particular period, we will have to pay the interest. Shivam will have to pay the interest while purchasing these debentures. So let us see how this calculation goes on 1st of September, and then we will do the accounting. 1000 debentures at 98 x interest. So my cost of investment or cost of debenture is directly available. 1000 debentures at 98, so 98,000. Now I have to calculate the interest. The interest is for face value of 1000 debentures, which is 1 lakh rupees, 12% per annum for the period from April to August, which is a period of 5 months. So on 1 lakh rupees, 12% per annum for a period of 5 months, interest comes to 5,000 rupees. So that means my total payment to acquire these debentures is 103,000, 98,000 plus 5,000 rupees. How do we account this? We are going to debit investment account for 98,000. We are paying interest of 5,000, so we'll debit interest for 5,000. and bank account will be credited for 103,000. And here also the face value of debentures is 1 lakh because 1000 debentures at 100 rupees per debenture. Let us come to investment account. 1st April 2017, 1st September 2017, the entry is investment account debit 98,000, interest account debit 5,000, to bank account 103,000. And again in face value column, which is a memorandum column, we are showing 1 lakh rupees as a face value of these debentures. So we have accounted 2 purchases so far. We have accounted opening balance for this question. Now let us go to the next transaction. Now if you see the date of next transaction, it is 1st September. And we should not forget the date of payment of interest on half yearly basis, which is 30th September and 31st March. That means before 1st November 2017, you have already received one payment of interest as the owner of these debentures. So we need to calculate this payment. We need to understand how do we calculate the payment of this interest on debentures. Originally we had 2000 debentures, then we added 1000 debentures twice. So that means total debentures in hand as of now are 4000 debentures. So face value will be 4 lakh. On this face value of 4 lakhs, you will get interest at 12% per annum for the period from April 17 to September 2017, 30th September 2017. That means a period of 6 months. So let us do the calculation of interest on 30th September 2017 and we will account for this interest. Face value 2 lakhs plus 1 lakh plus 1 lakh, that is 4 lakhs as I already explained. Interest 12% per annum for 6 months, April to September. So interest will be 24,000 rupees. You will receive the interest from DH Limited, who has issued the debentures, for 24,000 rupees as a payment of interest. Now when you receive the interest, the entry is bank account debit to interest account. So for 24,000 rupees, we will pass the entry on 30th September, bank account debit to interest account 24,000 rupees. So one should be a little careful as and when there is a due date for payment of interest. We need to calculate what is the total face value of debentures as on that day, accordingly calculate the interest and account for the income on account of interest received. And the entry will be bank account debit to interest account. We have accounted interest and now we can go to the next transaction, which is on 1st November 2017. On this day, you have sold 1200 debentures and the price is 102 per debenture, which is cum interest. Now you know what is cum interest price. It includes interest. Now which interest we will include in this? Last date of payment, which was 30th September, or you can say 1st October 2017 till the date of sale, which is 1st November 2017. So it's a period of 1 month. So when you sell these debentures at 102 rupees per debenture cum interest, it includes the interest for a period of 1 month. Now, whenever there is a cum interest selling price, we have to remove the interest from selling price, find out the actual capital receipt, which represents the price realized for sale of debentures, and then we have to work on the weighted average cost to find out the profit or loss. Let us do these things step by step. 1st November 2017. On 1st November 2017, 1200 debentures are sold at 102 per debenture. So 1200 debentures into 102, total amount received is 1,22,400. But this includes interest. This is not the entire amount received towards sale of debentures. It includes interest because we are referring to cum interest price. So from this, we have to reduce the amount of interest. How do we calculate the amount of interest? As I said earlier, last payment was made on 30th September, interest payment. Face value of the debenture is 1,20,000. So on that, 12% per annum for a period of 1 month. So interest will come to 1,200 rupees. So from 1,22,400, we will reduce 1,200 rupees. This is the interest included in that. So what is the capital receipt or actual selling price for debentures excluding interest? It's 1,21,400. Now comes the important task of calculating what is the weighted average cost. The formula as per AS 13 for weighted average cost is total number of debentures which are now being sold divided by total number of debentures which you have as on that day multiplied by total cost of debentures as on that particular date. So we have to find out three things. Number of debentures sold, which is 1,200. We have to also find out what is the number of debentures on that day in hand. For that, if you refer the data, you will realize that as on that particular date, this is a sale date, we have 4,000 debentures, 2 plus 1, total 4,000 debentures are already there with us on since 1st September 2017. So on 1/11/17 also, our total stock of debentures will be 4,000 debentures. So out of 4,000 debentures, we are selling off on 1,200 debentures. Now let us see the calculation. If you see the total cost of debentures as on this date, you can go to the ledger account for this and you can see here 2,02,000 first lot opening balance, 1 lakh rupees purchase, 98,000 purchase. If you take these three items together, your cost of investment is 4 lakhs rupees. Face value is 4 lakhs. Cost is also 4 lakhs and number of debentures are 4,000 debentures. So here 4 lakhs is the total cost. Number of debentures are 4,000. So weighted average cost for this purpose will be 4 lakhs divided by 4,000 multiplied by number of debentures sold, which is 1,200. So your total weighted average cost is 1,20,000 rupees. Now your selling price is 121,200. Your weighted average cost is 1,20,000. So your selling price is more. You are making the profit on sale to the extent of 1,200 rupees. I repeat the calculation. We have sold 1,200 debentures. Price is 102 come interest. So total amount received 1,200 into 102, that is 1,22,400. But this is come interest price. It includes interest for 1 month. Last interest payment was September. So October's interest will have to be paid on face value of 1,20,000 at 12% per annum. It will come to 1,200 rupees. So we have to reduce that to find out the actual selling price, or what we can call it as capital receipt for sale of investments. So 122,400 minus 1,200 is 1,21,200. Then we calculate the weighted average cost. As on date of sale, we are having 4,000 debentures. 2,000 was the opening balance, 1,000 was first lot purchased, and 1,000 was second lot purchased. So total 4,000 debentures. The cost, if you see the investment column, the costs were 2,02,000 first lot opening balance, 1 lakh rupees second lot purchased, and 98,000 is the third lot purchased, aggregating to 4 lakhs. So total cost is 4 lakhs. So 4 lakhs divided by 4,000 multiplied by 1,200, the total cost of debentures sold, weighted average cost basis, is 120,000. Now you compare the selling price 121,200 with the amount of weighted average cost, will get a profit of 1,200 rupees in the process. So we will now account for this. How will you account for this? That is the next question. When you sell the investment, the entry will be bank account debit to interest to investments account. I repeat, bank account debit to interest to investment account. How much will be debited to the bank account? The amount which you have received. In this case, 1,22,400. How much will you credit to interest account? The amount of interest, which is 1,200. And what will be credited to investment account? It is the selling price of these investments, which is 1,21,200. So we will pass the entry bank account debit 122,400 to interest 1,200 to investment account 121,200. Apart from this, there is a profit. Now this profit has to be transferred to profit and loss account. As of now, it is there in investment account and we need to transfer this profit to P&L account. So we have to pass one more entry for transferring this profit, and that will be investment account debit to profit and loss account. So now we will see how these entries are reflected over here. 1st November 2017, sale of investments. Bank account debit to interest 1,20,000, to investment 121,200, which is a capital receipt, and face value we are showing as an indicator of movement in face value 1,20,000. As I told you, we have to transfer the profit, so we have to pass the entry debiting investment account and crediting profit and loss account. So on 1st November 2017, the entry will be investment account debit to profit and loss account. This is the profit which has been transferred in respect of this sale to profit and loss account. So whenever there is a sale, we have to undertake this entire exercise, find out the profit, find out the weighted average cost before that, compare with the selling price, account for sale, account for interest if you have received anything, and also account for profit or loss as the case may be. I hope you have understood the accounting for sale in respect of these investments. With this, let us proceed with the next transaction. Now the next transaction is on 31st December 2017. 200 debentures are sold at 104 rupees ex interest. Now this is ex interest, so this does not include the interest. We have to consider the interest separately, which you will receive when you sell these debentures. Now which interest you will receive? From last payment date till 31st December. Last payment date was 30th September. So 1st October till 31st December, it's a period of 3 months for which you should receive the income in the nature of interest. So let us see how do we do these calculations on 31st of December. Now here, sorry, 200 debentures are sold at 104 x interest. Now we are having directly the selling price of these debentures, which is 104 rupees into 200 debentures. So it comes to 20,800 rupees. This is the total price realized on account of sale of debentures. Now please note that this is the ex interest price. So there is no interest included in this. Interest will be calculated separately. Here it was a cum interest price. So we had total amount received and then we reduced the interest and then we calculated capital receipt. Here the capital receipt is already there, which is 104 x interest price multiplied by 200 debentures, so 20,800. Now you have to find out the weighted average cost. Now to find out weighted average cost, we should know how many debentures are in hand. If you see the last calculation, you'll realize that we had 4,000 debentures. Out of that, 1,000 debentures are sold. So our remaining number of debentures are 2,800. What is the balance cost? Our total cost was 4 lakhs. From that, we have sold debentures whose cost was 1,20,000. So 4 lakhs minus 120, the balance cost is 2,80,000. So with this balance cost, we'll have to find out what is the weighted average cost for these debentures. I'll show you the calculation. So balance cost of debentures 4 lakhs minus 1,20,000 or 2,80,000. Remaining number of debentures 4,000 minus sold 1,200, balance 2,800. So weighted average cost is 2,80,000, the cost of debentures, divided by 2,800, the number of debentures, into 200, the number of debentures which are sold at this point in time. So with this formula, your weighted average cost is 20,000 rupees. Now you can find out the profit or loss. Our selling price was 20,800. From this selling price of 20,800, we have reduced the weighted average cost of 20,000 rupees. So this will give you a profit of 800 rupees. So now we have to account for this profit of 800 and sale of 20,800 in books of accounts. But that's not the end of it, because it was 104 x interest. So that means the buyer will also pay you the interest. And as I told you, last payment date of interest was 30th September. So 1st October onwards till 31st December, it's a period of 3 months for which you will receive the interest. So let us calculate the interest in this particular case. Now your face value of the debentures, interest received from buyer, face value of debenture is 20,000. Interest at 12% for 3 months, 12% per annum for 3 months, October to December is 600 rupees. On 20,000, 12% per annum for 3 months. It comes to 600 rupees. How much will you receive in aggregate? Here we'll have to calculate that amount because we need to debit bank account for that. You received 20,800 as its interest price. You received 600 as interest. So 2,800 plus 600, your total amount received is 21,400. So two entries which you are going to discuss are bank account debit 21,400, to investment account 20,800, to interest account 600 rupees. And then we will also have to transfer the profit. So it will be investment account debit to P&L account 800 rupees. Now let us see how these entries are reflected in the books of accounts. Bank account debit to interest 600, to investment 20,800, and the face value is shown here as 20,000 rupees. Now we have to also transfer profit. So profit will be transferred by passing the entry investment account debit to profit and loss account. So we have recorded sale, bank account debit to interest 600, to investment 20,800. That is the entry for recording sale, and followed by transfer of profit to profit and loss account. The entry is investment account debit to profit and loss account. So we have recorded the sale on 31st December 2017. Let us proceed with further transactions. Now, 1st Feb, we have one more purchase, again come interest purchase. That means it includes the interest for a fraction of the period which we'll have to calculate. So 600 debentures are purchased at 97 come interest. Let us discuss the calculations first. Purchase 600 debentures, 97 come interest. So we have to find out the total payment. 600 into 97, 58,200 is the total payment. Now this is come interest quotation. So we have to find out how much interest is included in this. Face value is 60,000. The last interest paid was on 30th September 2017. So October 2017 till 1st Feb, that is till 31st March, you can say, it's a period of 4 months. So on 60,000, 12% per annum, if you calculate the interest for 4 months, it comes to 2,400 rupees. So this will be reduced from come interest price, and the cost of investment will be only 55,800 because you are buying the investment which are come interest price. So the entry will be investment account debit 55,800, interest account debit 2,400, to bank account 58,200. I hope you have followed the calculation. Total price 600 into 97, less interest because this is a come interest purchase. Interest 60,000 is a face value, 12% per annum for period of 4 months. 12% per annum on 60,000 for 4 months, 2,400. So balance cost of investment is 55,800 rupees. And the entry will be investment account debit 55,800, interest account debit 2,400, to bank account 58,200. So let us see how it gets reflected here. Debit side of my investment account. Investment account debit 55,800, 2,400 is interest, so 2,400 debited to interest account and to bank account. And my face value will be reflected as additional information, which is 60,000 rupees in this particular case. Now this is what we did till 1st of Feb. There are 2 more transactions that we have to account for. One is given here, one is not given. So that we'll have to find out what the transaction is all about. 1st March, there is a sale. 400 debentures at 105 come interest. So let us see the calculation. If it is come interest, it includes the interest. So we have to remove the interest. We have to find out actual selling price. We have to find out what is the weighted average cost, and then find out the profit or loss. Let us see how the calculation has to be made on 1st of March. $400 debentures at 105 come interest. So my total receipt is 42,400 into 105. Now on 40,000 face value, I will have to find out the interest. The sale is taking place on 1st of March 2018. The last payment of debenture interest was on 30th September. So October, November, December, January and Feb, period of 5 months, I have to compensate for the interest. So on 40,000, 12% per annum for a period of 5 months, which is October, November, December, Jan and Feb. It comes to 2,000 rupees. My capital receipt, that is what I have received only for sale of debentures, is 40,000. Now I will have to consider the weighted average cost and then find out the profit or loss. Let us see how do we work out the weighted average cost in this particular case. Now our last sale, if you see, was here. 200 debentures are sold. These 200 debentures were sold out of 2,800 debentures which we had at that point in time. So remaining number of debentures are 2,600. So on this day, after this sale took place, I had a stock of 2,600 debentures. The cost is 2,60,000 because the original cost was 2,80,000. From that 2,80,000, the cost of debentures, weighted cost was 20,000, which was removed or sold. So my balance cost of remaining 2,600 debentures comes to 2,60,000 rupees. So I have a cost of 2,60,000. Then which are the purchases I made? I made this purchase. So I add 600 debentures here. What is my cost? It's my cost of investment, 55,800. So I added 55,800. How many debentures do I have today? 3,200 debentures. What is the cost? The aggregate of this, or 3,15,800, is the aggregate cost. So what I have done, I went to the last date of sale, which was 31st December 2017. On 31st December 2017, I found out how many debentures are left after 200 are sold. I was left with a stock of 2,600 debentures, whose cost is 2,60,000 rupees. And then I purchased another 600 debentures. My cost is 55,800. I added that. So now I have a stock of 3,200 debentures and total cost 3,15,800, 3,15,800. So my weighted average cost will be 3,15,800 divided by 3,200 multiplied by 400 debentures which are now sold. So it comes to 39,475. Now my capital receipt, selling price is 40,000. My profit is 525 rupees because my weighted average cost is 39,475. So I need to account for this. How will I account for this? I have received total amount of 42,000. So bank account debit 42,000. I have received interest of 2,000. So to interest 2,000. And I have received selling price of 40,000. To investment account 40,000 rupees. So my first entry is bank account debit 42,000. To interest 2,000. To investment account 40,000 rupees. And when I made a profit of 525, I will have to transfer this profit to P&L account. So entry will be investment account debit to profit and loss account. Let us see how this gets reflected in my investment account. 1st March. Bank account debit, to interest 2,000, to investment 40,000, which is my weighted average, which is my selling price. And when I compare that with weighted average cost, I realize that I have made a profit of 525, which I have transferred to P&L account. So investment account debit to profit and loss account 525 rupees. So entry for sale, bank account debit 42,000, to interest 2,000 because it was come interest transaction, to investment account 40,000, and thereafter I made a profit. So that profit of 525 is transferred to profit and loss account. Now, whatever transactions were given, they are already recorded. I was telling you there is one more transaction which needs to be recorded. So what is that transaction? We are at end of the year. So 31st March, we have to find out how much interest we are going to receive because there is a date of payment as 31st March. So on 31st March, you will receive the interest. So let us find out how much interest will you receive on 31st of March. We have to find out what is the total number of debentures you have on that day, and based on that we can find out the interest for a period of 6 months. Let us do the calculation. Now earlier, if you see here, last working note, 3,200 debentures are there, but out of that 400 are sold, so remaining debentures are 2,800. For 2,800 debentures, the face value is 2,80,000. And on 2,80,000, you will receive the interest at 12% per annum for a period of 6 months. Last payment date 30th September 17 to 31st March 18. It's a period of 6 months. So 16,800 is the amount of interest received. The entry will be bank account debit to interest account 16,800. Bank account debit to interest account 16,800 for receipt of interest. Now we have accounted everything. We have to close the account. How do we close the account? Now there are two columns. Actually, we are using one combined account for accounting for interest and accounting for investment also. So two columns are there, and both ledgers, that is interest and investment, needs to be closed. Let us first look at interest account. This interest account actually represents an income, and we need to transfer it to profit and loss account. So how do we do that? We need to find out what is the balancing figure in this account. So we have to find out what is the balancing figure in interest account. Our credit side total, if you take, is 44,600, and if you take the balancing figure on the debit side, it comes to 34,200. This is a balancing figure on the debit side. I'll make it bold, being a balancing figure. This is a balancing figure on the debit side. This will be transferred to profit and loss account. So the entry will be to profit and loss account. Interest of 34,200 is getting transferred to profit and loss account. So our nominal account, income account, or interest account is closed by transferring the balance to profit and loss account. The balancing figure over here is 34,200 rupees. Then we have to balance the investment account. Investment account, we have to carry forward the balance. So we have to balance both the columns, face value column as well as the cost column. Now, if you look at the face value column, the debit side total is 4,60,000. If you go to the credit side, you will find that there is a balancing figure of 2,80,000 in this column. Debit side total is 4,60,000, and credit side total, if you go and balance, you will get a difference of 2,80,000. So this will be the face value of investment which is getting carried forward, 2,80,000. Then we have to balance investment column also. If you take the debit side, the debit side total is 4,58,325. Credit side, you will have a balancing figure of 2,76,325. This will represent the cost of my investments. So my cost is 2,76,325, which I'll carry forward to the next year, and I will balance my investment account in this fashion. Now, before we close this session, let me tell you whether you can cross verify what you have done is correct or not. I'll show you. I'll give you one trick which you can use to confirm whether this answer is correct. If rest of the accounting is correct, your answer should be correct. Let us see how we can do that. Now, This was last sale. After that, we have not done any transaction. This was the last sale. Now, in the last sale, you had a total 3,200 debentures and you had cost of 3,15,200. So if I calculate per debenture cost, let me find out how much it comes to. It is 3,15,800 divided by 3,200. I'll take it to the two nearest digits. It comes to 98.69. Okay, this is my per debenture cost. Now, if I get the same per debenture cost here, then my answer is correct. So let me see whether I'm getting the same cost here. I have a cost of 2,76,325. So this cost divided by 2,800 debentures, because that is the debenture I have in hand. So it comes to 96.69. I'm getting the same answer. So that means I have per unit cost of debenture 98.69 reflected in my ledger, which is my closing balance, and at the same time my working note also has the same cost 98.69 per debenture. That means my calculations are matching. If I made any mistake in balancing, calculations, interest or otherwise, this will not tally. Okay, so you can make a cross verification of this. So with this, we can conclude this session. I hope you have understood the first full-length problem on investment accounting, which had both X interest, cum interest type of transactions. It also had purchase, sale, and those kind of things, and also the year-end balancing of ledgers, etc. Thank you very much for attending the session, and I'll come up with one more video lecture. The next problem, which is already there in your sheet, which I'll discuss with you, and that is November 16. This is a question which you already have with you. So I'll be discussing this question in the next session. Thank you very much and wish you all the best.